Hello everybody and welcome to my podcast JustDelphineKnit. This is where I talk about my knitting and all knitting related stuff. It's the 9th episode I guess, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm really looking forward to tell you a lot because I have plenty of stuff lying in front of me to talk about. I'm trying to record this on the iPad because it takes ages to transfer the movies from my phone to the iPad, and I hope this works out because it would save a lot of time and a lot of frustration. So let's start with what I'm wearing. It's one of my first finished objects I want to show you today, and it's the Seashell top of Hirismakes. I knitted this for a knit-along, so I will just stand up. So it's an all-over lace top. It's quite cropped for me and quite deep for me. Yeah, it's not my usual thing, but I actually like it and my husband likes it as well. The pattern is not difficult at all. The lace is really intuitive. After a while, I didn't need a pattern anymore, only for the triangles. It's the first time I have knitted something bottom up, and that's why it might not be the perfect top yet. So the length, I would have liked it a little bit longer. I already added one repeat in comparison to the pattern, but I also shortened the straps, and it's actually a good thing I shortened it because for me this is actually the borderline of being too deep. I can wear it, but it doesn't have to be deeper. So what I will do next, because I do have the same yarn, Drops Belle in pink. So what I will do is I will make this again, add 2 extra repeats on the body and make the straps 1.5 centimeters shorter. So it should make that it is a little bit higher but still high enough, long enough for the body. So this is Drops Belle. Drops Belle is, just have a look because I don't know it by heart, 53% cotton, 33% viscose and 14% linen. So it's an ideal summer yarn actually. This is the first day I'm wearing this, yeah, it should be like 25-27 degrees today. So I think this will be the perfect yarn for today. So I really like it. It's a knit-along from Hirismakes. We had a Zoom call with the other ones. So I just filled in the Google form so I can get a 25% discount code for one order on her website, and I can also participate in a giveaway. I'm planning to make a second top soon. I have a few weeks off in the next period. I first have a really busy period, then I have a few weeks off. So I might make a vlog style summary of the pattern then while making the next one. So I hope you have a hot summer so that I can wear this a lot. So that is my first finished object, but I have a few. As for those of you who have seen the previous episode, I had a few almost finished objects then, so that's why I have a lot of finished objects now. So I will just take the other one. So my next finished object is my No Frills Sweater. I will just also pop a picture of me wearing it. But it's the No Frills Sweater knitted in Holst Coast. Holst Coast is a blend of wool and cotton, so it's ideal for summer. It's warmer than I expected it to be, but it might be because it's 27 degrees. So I decided not to wear this one for today, but I did wear my top. So I might wear this for next episode because I'm living in Belgium and the weather here is not the perfect weather for those things. So no, not the perfect weather for real summer garments. Holst Coast is a really nice yarn to knit with. I really love knitting with it. I will knit with it again. I used a cone, so the cone was I think around 25-26 euros. So if I divide the shipping over the 3 cones I ordered, I think it's less than 30 euros, and I still have plenty of the cone left. I used like just over 2000 meters, I guess 2300 meters or something. But it's, the yarn held double, so that's why. So I really, really love it. It's also like, because it's cotton and merino, or cotton and wool, I don't know by heart, you do see that the color is kind of different on the cotton compared to the wool, which makes it a really nice depth in the color. So I really, really like it actually. Yeah, I will also make a special episode about a no-frills sweater from Petite Knit, because I have made one in the past in a more winter wool. So I will make a special episode about that, but that's not like in a near future. I think in a few months when I have worn this more. And I might start a third one, because it's really my favorite pattern for like a basic raglan. For the pattern, as you will see in the picture of me wearing it, I don't have a lot of positive ease compared to what the pattern asks for, but I didn't want to have a lot of positive ease because it's a summer garment. I don't like the oversizedness, I just want like a more tight-fitting garment. So I made a size smaller, and my gauge is also slightly off, so I just calculated it, and it's the exact perfect positive ease I want. So that's my second finished object. Then my third finished object is the Mediation socks. So they're a little bit wrinkled because they're just washed, but they are the Mediation socks from Sari Knits. I think it's her first pattern. So if you want to see the stitch. These are knit in Mondim. Mondim is non-superwash 100% wool sock yarn from Rosaria Pomar, and it's really nice to knit with, and they are now worn once, and they hold up really good. Because when I heard Biella talk about another non-superwash 100% wool sock yarn she used, they were like, yeah, they had holes after one day. So that's not the case with this one. I'm kind of I'm counting how much they are worn before the first hole. So I will hopefully keep you posted in a really long time about the holes. It's wool, so my husband won't wear it a lot in the near future, because yeah, it's wool, so it's more a winter sock. But we will see by next winter how much wear he gets out of it. It's the first time I'm making socks that are so short, while like on the foot part. It's a really nice thing because he really prefers them. In the past I have made socks with other yarn that is more stretchy, and the pattern asks for a longer foot part, and this is a really nice thing because it also says like so much centimeter before the end of your foot you have to start the toe decreases, so I really like that. I am making some of this pattern also for myself, which I will show you later in the episode. So this is my third finished object, and I have a fourth. The fourth finished object is socks as well. It's a shorty actually. I have two just to show you that they're really finished. I used the leftover yarn from my January socks, which means that it's also a winter yarn actually, and I combined it with the line yarns Jawoll held double for the heel and the cuff in bright pink. It's a pattern is from Summer Lee. It's one of the patterns from the set I have bought for shorties. It's a basic B. I really love it. The fit is actually really good. I would only have like to have like a few more rows between the cuff and the heel next time, but apart from that the fit is bang on. It's also a pattern that tells you that at that point you have to start your toe decreases, so I really like that. That's really my favorite thing actually. They are quite warm for shorties, but I think they will be perfect to wear in my short walking boots. I have like walking shoes for summer. These are short, they're not ankle height, they're a little bit lower, so I think they will be perfect for that, because I know as an experience from my January socks that they are hard wearing, so they can get a lot of friction, so they will be perfect. I will for sure take them on a holiday soon. So that is actually my last finished object, so now up to a lot of whips again. So the first whip I want to show you is this one. Oops. It's actually off the ball because I just finished one sleeve. This is the Piazza tee from Sari Nordlund. It's an all-over cable top. I really love it. I have to finish the test by next Sunday. But for the test you only need the yoke and one sleeve. I suppose you also need to do the neckband. She didn't mention that, but in my opinion that's part of the yoke. So I will do the neckband later today or this week. So I have a lot of knitting still to do, but I will finish the part for the test knit on time. There are a few little mistakes, and one I have to fix is that I forgot one bubble on the back. But I will try to fix it by adding a bubble afterwards instead of doing the completing, because I don't want to go back. The yarn is Bamboo Jazz from Atelier Veritas. It's a mixture of cotton and bamboo. It's really, really soft, so I really like that. It's a really nice blue. I like blue. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to finish this and be able to wear it. So I will focus on this the next coming weeks. But it's also, yeah, you need your brain power to work on this. So yeah, it's not something that will be finished soon, because I can't do it in front of the television if I'm watching something. So at first you knit it flat and then you knit it in the round. So in the beginning, when switching from flat into knitting in the round, I did have some issues, especially when switching for the moss stitch. I always forgot to switch because yeah, the row I had to switch wasn't a wrong side row again anymore, it was a right side row. So it was really yeah, it was really I needed some time to adapt to that. But I like it, and I'm really happy that I applied for the test knit. It's called the Piazza tee, and the pictures she showed were in Rome, and I got engaged already 11 years ago by now, but I got engaged on the Piazza Navona in Rome, so I think it's a really nice top with a story for me behind it. So this will be continued soon, I guess later today actually. Then, my always to show whip, the Biella from the Knit Purl Girl. So this is my Biella. I have been knitting on it in the car. I only got a few centimeters on the sleeve, but it's a winter garment. I have time, and I will just keep on showing this to you because I want to keep myself accountable for finishing this and not have a whip for years, so I want to finish this before autumn. When I go on a holiday in a few weeks, I will take this with me because it's an ideal car knit actually, because I will just show you why, just a minute. It's in this basket, and this basket is ideal to put at my feet in the car. So I will just keep this for the car, and then it should be, I should get some progress. So my goal is, I really promise to do this. I really want to finish this sleeve by the next episode, which would be actually the beginning or mid of June. So I really, really want to have that done. So please keep me accountable for that. So that's a whip. I have more whips, of course, and the first one is another test knit. I still have a lot of time. It's a Sundial Sweater for Hirismakes. This I only have like done the short rows. There are a lot of stitch markers. You don't have to do it, but I know that because it's a dark yarn to work at, I really wanted to have the stitch markers. It took me a while to have the color because I chose the double folded color, and when I had my hand in the velcroing, so I had first I had a splint and then I had my hand taped together. It's really hard on the other fingers to do this, so I had to postpone it until my hand was more or less fine. But I will continue in this and I should make a lot of progress. So by next time I hope to have a body of this. I still have until the beginning of July to finish the complete sweater, which should be fine. I use Holst Supersoft on a cone and dropskid silk mohair as well. So that's that. And speaking of my hand, by the way, it's healing. I have been to a doctor. I can bend it. Well, it seems to be not straight, but this one isn't straight as well. So I'm just not a straight person on my fingers. But it's still stiff. So it's a week since I've been to the doctor. He said knitting is a really good thing because I have to use all my fingers now, and I'm trying to do that, but it takes a while to heal, of course, because yeah, it's bright. Yeah, it's still not completely healed. Okay, more rips. First one is a half finished object actually, because I have one sock. This is the pair of socks I want to make for May. It's a toe up. Not completely happy with how the toe is, but this is only my second toe up. It's a Cotton Tutti frutti from Sachenmayer, and it makes a watermelon design, so I really like it. This will be a summer sock actually. The length I've chosen is for like, it's a ankle sock, so it's not a real shorty, but it comes above my ankle, and I think that's a perfect length. I didn't want to have complete shorties because it's a nice design and I want to show it off, so that's why I did it like that. So I hope to finish this by the end of the month, which should be feasible because once I'm past the toe, it's just stuck in it, and then when I'm past the heel, it's just stuck in it, so that's fine. I'm using this book, which is sokken breien, but I don't like the explanation of this, so that's maybe why I'm not having the best toe, but there's no hole, so who cares, it's a toe. Another rip is for the gift baskets, but a while ago I've already shown you the first sock, and this is the second sock. I'm just ready to do the heel, which I want to do today, and then it's again medium knitting with plain stockinette. I'm knitting this on short circulars, only like the heel and the toe will have to be done on the deep ends. So this is also a whip. And then my last whip to show you is just a moment because it's stuck. Yeah, I'm here. This is my first time using hand-dyed yarn actually. So this is the first time using hand-dyed yarn, and I bought this at Julija in Antwerp, and I want to make 1 or 2 pairs of socks out of this one. It's a meditation socks. I made them shorter compared to the ones of my husband, and so also compared to the pattern, but I think it's a good thing to make it shorter because it's more the summer yarn, because it's white combined with some speckles. I really like the speckles actually because they make you engage. Oh, I want to knit until I have more speckles on this part, so I really like it so far. It's really soft, so although it's wool, I think I will be able to wear this in the summer, so we'll see. I don't want to pressure myself on when to finish this. It's just a fun knit in between. So we'll see when it gets finished. So that's all for whips. Well, active whips. I do have more whips, but I didn't do anything about them, so I won't show you. But I do have plans. You know that I don't show you all the acquisitions. I'm more a stash acquisition kind of person. Only the non-yarn related acquisitions are shown here. So First of all, you know that I want to knit one pair of socks a month, so I've shown you the pair for May, and for June it's again my husband's turn to get socks. And it's also cotton from Sachenmayer that I will use, like a brown kind of color, I think. I don't know. It's color 03328. There's no name on it. It's again with cotton. It's 72% cotton, 18% polyamide, and 10% polyester. I want to use this yarn in combination with a pattern from Summerly, and that pattern is a structured pattern, because I think it would be nice to have a structured pattern on a plain color. So that's the first sock I want to make. Another sock I want to make is a present. I won't tell you for who, but it's a present. So I have until the mid-June, I think, to make it. It's also Regia from Sachenmayer, perfect. So it's to make two identical socks. Here you have the picture of the socks. So looking forward to that as well. But then I decided that I want to join summer sock camp of the Crazy Sock Lady. And although I will of course submit every pair I've made past the 28th of May, which is the day you can cast on, I do want to have some special socks for summer sock camp as well, on top of what I'm wanting to make. So summer sock camp has 4 cabins for each technique. For Magic Loop cabin, I will use the tweed yarn I've shown you a couple of episodes ago to make a DK weight sock. But then for the small circulars, I want to use this one, which is a opal yarn. I'm still doubting which pattern to make, but it might be meditation socks for my husband. So this will be on the small circulars. I really wanted to try opal yarn because I'm looking for a good brand of yarn, and a lot of people recommended opal, so looking forward to try that. Then for the DPN ones, I want to have, it's a hand-dyed one from Atelier Veritas. I have no idea about a pattern yet, so I have to look for a pattern. It's the colorway Ocean. It's really difficult to catch, actually. So that is for DPNs. And then there's a bonus cabin in which you can use all other techniques. So I will use my Adicracy Trio. And this will be this yarn from Nana Grossa, Mylan White. It's a cotton yarn. So it's 45% wool, 35% cotton, 13% polyamide, and 7% elite, of which I have no idea what it is. So this will be for that. Why? Because I have my Adicracy Trios on 2.25 millimeter, and they really recommend on the website of the shop where I bought this to have it on 2.25 millimeter and make actually less stitches because it's a stretch yarn. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I have a lot of sock plans. I'm really curious to see how much I can get done. It's a plan. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's just socks, you know, it's socks. So we'll see. So that's about that part of the plan. And then I want to make a cardigan in just 1 second. This is knitting for olive, double soft merino, combined with drops brushed alpaca. And I want to make a Felix cardigan out of it. So I don't know if we'll have time for that, but it's on 7mm. Well, I get gauge on 7mm needles. The pattern is on 6, but I get gauge on 7. This should be a quick knit in between because I can use more cardigans, and I like the Felix because it has like a detail on the raglan. So that's that part. So now it's time for acquisitions, and as you know, they are not my yarny acquisitions. I have a few. So I have bought more cables for my Knit Purl needles because yeah, I just needed more length. That's the first thing. Then I have this little cute scissor. I actually bought a scissor for my mom's Mother's Day, and I bought myself one as well. It's like a, oops, it's the first time I'm trying to do this, but yeah. So it's a scissor that you can also like put together. Yeah, managed to. In a cute little bag. I bought this at Walnut. It will be ideal for traveling soon. So that's that. Then I have some Chai-Gu twist needles for my short circumference knitting. And I did have a order from the Happy Kiwi shop, which is my favorite stitch marker shop. These are needle stoppers, and I have a lot of stitch markers. I also ordered an advent actually there, so I'm really looking forward to that. The advent, I think you can still order it. The advent is only 4, so for the 4 Sundays, and I think that's perfect because you don't need 24 stitch markers at once, and it's affordable. A lot of yarny advents are really expensive, and yeah, it's all minis, and I'm not sure if I would use them, so I decided to do a stitch marker advent. So I have this stitch marker, and then this one is actually one I got for free, and this one is really cute, and then a sheep, and then this one I just like chocolate. So yeah, those are the stitch markers I bought. But yeah, like all my normal stitch markers are on my sundial, so I needed more. Perfect excuse, no? Okay, so that's that part. And then I also have finally got the book Contrasts. It's from Line. Yeah, there is a really long story behind this. I have ordered this from Wolder, a really nice shop, a really nice lady. I got in touch with her because my package was lost. Well, actually all of the packages were lost in the post. So she had given it to the post office like just before the Easter weekend, and then, but it was not the post office, it was like a drop-off station in a shop. And then like the tracker got lost, and it took more than 2 weeks before like it was picked up again in the system. So she said that she would send me a new book, but then like on the day that she sent it, I got the book. So it was really nice to do that, so I'm really happy. The book is awesome. It's full of textured patterns. I will show you a few. I want to make all of them, but I will not have time. So this will be more, again, yeah, like for winter knitting, but I will just show you which ones I really want to make. Just a moment, because I have not prepared this part. I'm sorry. They're so lovely, but I don't want to have the pictures where you can see the pattern because it's a pay-for book, of course. So just one moment. Almost there. Yeah, so it's actually a combination of, this is the long vest. So I want to have the hood, but I want to make it short like this. So that's what I want to make. I still have to look for yarn. I'm thinking about the rustic yarn because I want to be able to wear it outdoors. So I'm doubting between Let Lopi or the Cascade 2020, I guess. So that would be what I want to buy, but I still have time. And then just a sec, because there's so much nice stuff in this book. I want to make everything, which is impossible. Okay, and this one. This one is also one I want to make. It's like texture and color combined. So you will see more of this book in future episodes, but yeah, not yet, because I'm not there yet. So that's what I have for acquisitions. I've bought a few sock related things, so I hope to be able to show you. I don't know if I will have them next time, but I will hope to show you soon. And I have bought tickets for Knit and Not, which is a fair in August in Tilburg. Tilburg is just, it's in the Netherlands, but it's really close to Belgium, so it should be feasible to go there. I already know of two of the people are there to sell things that I would like to see. So the Happy Kiwi shop is there, and Sheep Yarns will be there as well. So I want to see their yarn in person. A lot of the other brands for hand-dyed yarn aren't there. They just do the fairs in Zwolle, but Zwolle is more than 200 kilometers from where I live, so it's not feasible to go there just for a few hours. So I am thinking for next year to maybe do a weekend in Zwolle for or the Breidagen, which is in October, or Handwerkbeurs, which should be, I think, normally in February, but because of COVID this year it was in May. So we'll see about that. So that's about the plans I have for buying stuff. So I'm trying not to buy anything anymore before Knit and Not. But I do have some recommendations, of course. So podcast recommendations for English podcasts. I actually really like an Italian knitter. She has a really fun way of talking about her knits and making jokes. So I really like her her podcasts. And then there is a Dutch lady, Sally Knits. She has an English and a Dutch one, just as I have. So you might want to check her out as well. So that's actually my recommendations for this time. So I hope the quality was fine and that you liked it. So let's see what it gives, and see you next time.